It is Thursday, March 30th, 2023. And I haven't taken a look into the markets yet, but I was popping everything up here to get the stream all set up, and it looked to me like there was a potential breakout inbound. Camera looks off to the. Hmm. All right. Dude, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Looked like there was a breakout about to happen, and there it is. It was happening right when I was setting this up. On the apex side, so that means we need to be on one contract, the mini or the micro. We're at 17. I'm gonna join the bid right here.
Order filled.
We have to keep an incredibly close eye on our drawdown today. As you can see, it's only at like 12 bucks. So we're practically at the failure point. Going back to the 9 EMA. Hands are over the cover button, ready to kill this. Kind of missed this while I was setting up the stream. I saw this breakout beginning to form. And I was like, I should be in that. Now we're kind of pulling back some. I want to see this bounce right here. We're in there at 84. The ES has been on a charge this whole week.
Order filled.
I'm pretty sure that just failed. Pretty sure we just failed that inside of Apex. Crazy action again today. I haven't even really been here. Obviously, we just lost on that trade. Pretty sure that failed us. We can see that there's a 5,200 cross inbound here. Guess I should have gone short, but let me get the charts back up. Let's jump to Elite Trader funding side. Elite Trader funding, we have 69 available in trailing max, so very, very small. This looks like a short right here. Pretty crazy move there because we were up at 84. We just dropped all the way down to 79. It's a 20 tick drop in less than a minute. That's quite a lot.
Order filled.
Just went short one contract. Going for 3 ticks on it down to 77. I don't know if we're gonna get that, man. Looks like we're about to bounce here. Sort of shorted at the bottom of this. It ended up pulling back up there to 80. I'm gonna cut that.
Order filled.
Lost of $10 on that one. It was actually the exact amount I was looking to make. Okay, so I just need to check something here.
Order rejected.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're in elite trader funding now.
Order filled.
In there at 80 and a quarter on the red yellow move on the 20-second chart. Looking for a pop up to 81. And definitely some craziness in the market. 81 being right up here at this EMA 35. A lot of craziness, I can tell already. I think this might pop up to like 82.
Order filled.
Okay, so we got a little 3 ticker there. We're gonna improve the accuracy now.
Order filled.
Got it right on the EMA 35 on the 20-second chart. I'm looking for a 5-tick move. Minute 81.
Order filled.
Now that I have a little bit more understanding on this day, unfortunately, we, failed the eval in Apex. That's okay, though. We're going to bring some sexy back here to elite trader funding. So 9's getting above the 12 and above the 35. I'm going to wait for a little micro pullback here. Might go for 2 contracts at 3 ticks. And I'm joining the bid right now.
Order filled.
In long 2 contracts at 82.50. Looking for a move just up to 83 and a quarter.
Order filled.
We got that one. 6A is going to continue to rip up. We're in profit now on the day. We're going to wait for a little micro pullback here. And we're enjoying the bid now. Trying to get the entry off of 82 and a quarter.
Order
Entered long off 82 and a quarter. I'm looking to get out at 83. We've got the cyan switch here on the 20-second chart. 9's above 12. About to get a 12.26 crossover on the 20-second chart. Did get a 50-200 crossover. That does look good for some continued upward momentum.
Order filled.
Okay,
Order
so we
filled.
did get that trade. 407 on the day. And jumping into the 1-minute chart, you can see we've got this cup on handle. We've almost got this 50-200 crossover here. 50's at 80 and the 200's at 81. So this is looking pretty decent now for this breakout. Unfortunately, we got caught in that false break on the Apex side, but it is what it is. Take the good with the bad. It's part of the game, Hate the player, don't hate the game. Little micro pullback now.
Order filled.
I was hoping to actually get that when it was more of on a pullback. So I might put this just 1 tick
Order
down.
filled.
There we go. Okay, so we're at 559 on the day, trailing max at 75. I think I have a pretty good handle on this market so far now. So we got this 5200 cross on the 20-second chart. I think that we're approaching it on the 1-minute chart. I haven't taken a look at some of the longer time frames, and I probably should. So 3-minute chart now getting a cyan switch, so that's looking great. I think that we're about to rip heavily. 5-minute chart about to switch to cyan. I think we're about to rip really, really heavily. I'm gonna go for like 12 ticks, and I'm just gonna look to join the bid.
Order filled.
In at 84.50. I'm looking for a move all the way up towards the highs at 87.75. I'm trying to get out at 87.50. I think we're about to rip. I wish that I had gotten in a little bit lower.
Order filled.
Join the bid there at 83. Trailing maxes now at 59. We have an entry at 83.50. We have an entry high at 84.50. Unfortunately, the 84.51 is our larger trade, and I'm going to drop this down to 85 flat. We're going to look to get them both out at 85. Currently down 17.50, trailing max at 55. Should have waited for more of a pullback, especially with that doji at the top. I get that it was on the 20-second chart, but I still think that we're gonna rip and test these highs. A lot of our indicators are pointing that direction. We are getting some cooling on the 1-minute chart, which I really don't like. We're down 21.25 in this trade. 3-minute chart's looking strong. I definitely think that we're gonna break this zone here. Question is when, and are we gonna pull back a bunch before we do? We've already lost 30 in this trade, which is way more than what we were intending for. Bouncing off of the EMA 35 on the 20-second chart. And like I said, I'm looking to get out of 85. I honestly think that we're going to come up and test the highs. But, you know, here we are. Trailing max at 47. Keeping a close eye on it. Still holding through this pullback. We're in 3 contracts of the micro. I'm looking to get out of 85. I don't like that there's a cooling on the 20 seconds still. I want to see this pop now. In the next 20 seconds, I want to see this thing pop up. Trailing max at 59, which is pretty close to what we started with. 10 seconds left in this candle and the left in the last 1 minute candle. Big pullback on this. I'm gonna have to cut this. We're out.
Order filled.
That's too bad. That puts our trailing max at 30. Unfortunately, we just don't have the account size right now to be able to hold through this. Where's our VWAP at? Okay, we're above VWAP. It's a cooling on the 1, but I mean, this is absolutely looking like it's gonna break out. Our next 5-minute candle is gonna be at 7:45, which is just now. So that's our current 5-minute candle. Our previous was at 0.7. Unfortunately, we filled so low on that, but you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, like, when it pulls back that much, you just don't have a choice. You gotta cut. So it's very frustrating. We're gonna try for 2 contracts, and I think we need an 8 ticker here. I'm going to look for red yellow on the 20-second chart. Should be able to grab a rip there. Our trailing max is currently at $30, so we got to be in and out quick. The green dot there on the TTM on the 20-second chart. Try to join the bid here. Kind of missed the entry, so I'm going to join the bid off 82.
Order
We're
filled.
going to get out of 84. I'm looking for this to switch red to yellow. Looked like we were about to do it. Okay. There's a yellow right there on the 22nd. Don't you false break on me. Peak of this was 83. I'm going to look to get out of 83, trying to secure the profit. We're in at 82, 2 contracts. Three seconds. I'm going to reduce this order now to 82.50. I realize that the 1 minute hasn't done the crossover yet, and that's kind of sketchy to me. The 5200 cross. I realize that this hasn't happened yet, and that needs to actually take place. In fact, I shouldn't take another trade until it does. I'm gonna cut this.
Order filled.
We basically just failed. I mean, we got $6 available, so yeah. So I don't think I should take another trade until this crossover actually happens. Crazy day. I think we had a pretty reasonable grasp on the market, but I think that we need to wait for all indications, like all crossovers, all everything like that to be complete before we take any action. And see, this would have knocked us out of our completely would have knocked us out of our evaluation, only to have this rip up and actually hit that trade. So I had put it at 82.50, and this literally would have filled it. And so you could see that it's definitely one of these days where there's stop hunters out. You're gonna have to watch out for a lot of these stop hunters. I absolutely think this is still going to rip up. I mean, we've got the 3 minute here that's set up. The 5 minute is about to be on a cyan. 5 minute has the 9 and 12 here. So I mean, like, I think if I had a larger account at this particular point in time, I would be absolutely utilizing that. This is one contract. 3 ticks. We've got to be in and out of this immediately, basically. I might even make a 2-tick contract. There is one. Enjoying the bid here in at 82.25, looking to get out 82.75. Any drawdown, we basically need to cut this. Oh, and Doja eat on that 22nd. Tapped our sell order, but no fill. And pulling back. Okay, we got that one. Basically every single thing needs to be 100% accurate right now with no drawdown. So this is going to be incredibly challenging. We'll see if I can even do this. So let's pull back to the 9 EMA. 9 EMA is working its way up. I gotta check this on the 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute is looking in the right direction. Okay, so enjoying the bid here. I was actually hoping to get in 1 tick lower than that. I think I should be using the DOM a little bit more to keep the entry super precise. Looking to get at 83.50 into 83. There's a lot of buy and sell pressure on both sides. Failed on that one. So now we failed all of our evaluations, and so oh damn it, I didn't even have the chart up. Y'all didn't get to see me fail on elite. That's too bad. So failed on elite, failed on apex. I'm not surprised. I mean, honestly, like after what was it, last Friday? I want to say it was like the Friday of like the 24th, I think it was. It took really, really, really heavy losses in the market, trading on that last Friday on March 24th, and our account just never recovered after that. I mean, it was just bad. I mean, in the Apex side, I think I lost like $1,700. So yeah, Tiny. I think I've been trying this for 9 months. I started trying this in June. It is March. I've been trying this for 9 months, but I guess it takes 9 months to make a baby, right? I feel close. I feel really close, even with the failures, even with the just the way that it's worked out these last few months and weeks. Since the new year started, the volatility in the market has been pretty incredible. And obviously we've had the bank meltdowns, and we've had like a lot of we've had a pretty fair amount of political type issues, and I would even go so far as to say scandals in regards to the budget crisis, the debt ceiling, all these different things that that have been being worked through within the marketplace, and just understanding, I think, what went right, what went wrong, and and everything in between. Every single time that I fail an evaluation, I go through this process, and I think it makes me a better trader every time. I was thinking, I was literally thinking about risk management yesterday, and one of the things that came up for me was I was thinking about the concept that a credit card in and of itself could be used to train on risk management. Being that, let's just say you have a credit card with a $5,000 limit. And you're looking at that credit card and you're like, oh, okay, well, I have a max limit, a max drawdown, if you will, of, let's say, 1,000. Now, obviously, you could spend more than that on that credit card. You could bring it up to $1,250 or to $2,000 out of $5,000 because you have a $5,000 limit. But if you go over 1,000, you've basically broke your trailing max threshold, and therefore you failed. And so, so I started thinking about like credit cards, sort of in the same way that that I think about risk management in the funded accounts. Another thing that I've also thought about quite a bit, and I began to adopt on this time around. Really, it was this set of evaluations, which I started about 10 days ago, is I don't have a $50,000 account on Elite Trader Funding. I have a $2,000 account because my trailing max is at 2,000. If I drop below that, I fail. And I've mentioned this in the past, but it's only something that I really started mentioning this month, really. And so I guess having said all that, this is the result. We failed today, but we can come up and we can pick it up again tomorrow or another day. Elite Trader Funding, or sorry, not Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding, Apex, and all these things are, excuse me, I'm a little messed up here. One sec. Apex was running their deal yesterday. I wonder if they're still running it today. Now it looks like they finally ended their deal. They were running an 80% off deal yesterday, and they're no longer doing that. But there is Elite Trader Funding as well. Personally, in my own personal opinion, I think these guys are one of the best in the biz. You can use Ninja Trader, but you can also use Trade of 8 with these guys. You can also use Trading View. I might start setting up some Trading View accounts just for the heck of it. But I really like these guys. They do have the one steps. There is also the other style as well, which is the end of the day drawdowns. And what the end of the day drawdown really is that you have like a daily loss limit and you have a max drawdown. So like on the 50K value, you've got a $2,000 max drawdown, but you can't lose more than 1,100 in a day, which is kind of a weird number. And so they're similar to the one steps. The one steps just have a flat out trailing max drawdown. So they're all a little bit different, but personally, I've been trying to earn funding in this 50K, which really gives me access to a $2,000 account. And then I've also been trying to earn funding this 100K static evaluation, which really gives me access to a $625 account. I think for the next time around, I will likely trade one contract of the mini going forward, as opposed to in the past, I was trading like 2 and 3 contracts of the mini, and I had several accounts that I got very close to earning funding in going that same road, using 2 contracts, because it's kind of like, to me, there's a motivation to be able to take a 2 contract trade at 4 ticks and make $100. There's a bit more of a motivational component there, that sort of pushes me into wanting to trade those numbers, because it kind of does. To me, it motivates me more to make that. And so when I'm trading and making like $5 and $6 or something like that on on the micro, it's not as motivating to me as if I take the identical trade on the ES and make 50 or $60. So it makes kind of a difference to me, I think. And so, like, even in that particular scenario, I think that if I had traded some of those trades in the mini, um, that would have given me an opportunity to develop that Charlie Max a little bit higher. But then the losses also would have been taken likely in the mini as well. So having said all that, let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull up my simulator now, and we'll take a look at that. It's been a little while. We haven't traded in the simulator all month, because we've just been doing the evaluations all month. Um, and so I don't think that we did any sim trading this month. Doom, 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 doom. Boom, 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 boom. It's gonna be interesting to use this after using Trade of 8 for the last month straight. Yeah, this is exactly my issue with trading the micro, is that it's really difficult to get motivated over like a $5 trade. You know what I mean? It just is. No worries. Oh no, I tried. I signed into my live account on TOS. It's a good thing I didn't have that up on the screen. Boom, boom. Okay, now we got the paper up. Boom. All right. So here we are on the 1 minute chart. We don't get access to the 20-second. One minute failed. That's 5200 cross. You can see right there where it actually it kind of whoa. I actually didn't know I could do that. So it crossed over and then immediately failed. And I think this is actually where we got cut out on the evaluation side. So now we're popping up and we're actually rejecting off the 50. So this is looking more. I mean, I guess we've got the red and yellows here, but without that crossover, this is going to be very difficult for this breakout to actually continue, to actually happen. Join the bid here with the 7-tick trailing stop. I'm looking for this to kind of like rip up to about like 82, 83 or something like that. We're in 80 and a quarter. A little cyan switch action here would look really nice. I want to take a look at this on the 5-minute chart. The 5-minute especially, because I wanted to see if this was getting that cyan switch that we've been waiting for to sort of happen on the 5-minute chart. 5-minute, we're running along this EMA 50 line here. I don't like that the 9 is dipped below the 12 on the 5-minute chart. But the TTM is moving up on a cyan, but barely. So it's pretty minimal, its movement. Let's take a look at the 3-minute. Scam calls. Three-minute is in between a drop down and a pop up. So 3-minute is indecisive. Market's a little indecisive right now, honestly. Market seems pretty indecisive overall at the moment. I cut right there. I made 150 on that one. And there's a bit of a pop-up. I still stand by what I said earlier, that I think this is going to come up and test the highs. The high being up there, 87.75. I'm going to turn off this trailing. And I'm going to actually trade without a stop. Look to get in here at 81. Got in at 81. I'm gonna look for this to pop up to like 84. I might be getting out sooner than that. I'm trying to get at 82 and a quarter. So taking a look at the 3-minute, it doesn't look as strong as I'd like it to. The exit point on this is the peak of this candle. And currently, this candle's at 8:09. Our next candle's going to be at 8:12. Which is in about a minute and a half. We're pretty close to the exit point on that trade. I'm going to cut this. There we go. We're up 300 in the sim. Off 2 trades. Let's switch back to the 1-minute chart, which has a possible cross of the 5200 and the 26 simple. There's the charge up. 9 is above 12. 35 is just barely above 50. So we can likely take this for. So we've had resistance right along this zone right here, as well as here. I don't think that this resistance can play forever. And so I think that this is actually going to do its breakout. I'm trying to enter at 60 or at 82. Struggle to get the entry. I'm just going to join the bid, even though it's high, in at 83, which really is just way too high, but you know, doesn't matter. We're up 525 on the day in the sim, and this was the breakout I was looking for twice before, both here and here. This one's looking stronger now. The 1-minute chart, we've got that cyan switch. I think that we're going to pop up towards these highs. We may actually break the high. And we've got room up to about 93, which is the upper end of the view app. Looking for a pullback now. I'm gonna get zoomed in on this here and see pullback to about, whoa, not that. Dang, they just dumped contracts on us. Yo, that was like 5K contracts. That's all it was. Just boom. That whole thing was 7,500 contracts traded. Wow, shady move, man. That's some shady moves. What? That should have been a breakout. That is crazy. I guess I'm glad we weren't in it, but dang. This is actually the same thing that killed me on the eval right here. It was same sort of drop. Somebody's dropping like 7,000 contracts, dude. You can see all these buys happening right here at 812. And I think it's like the closer that we get towards the end of 812, you can see it's just like heck of buying pressure. It's all 1 to 2, 3 contracts. Where do we peak at on this candle? 84.50. So okay, so this is the peak right here at 84.50. Okay, so now you can see here at 812.01 there was a little bit of sales coming in. Yeah, there you go. It was like hella sales. Look at this. It's just endless red. Is that how many contracts is that? It's one that was like multiple ticks. There's an 11 contract one, 10 contract. That's crazy. I wish I had the time and sales up when that went down. I just want to see, like, you know, what that combination looks like. There's a lot of buyers there off 78. It really was like right at the end of the candle. Pulling now down below the volume weighted average price. This is looking a lot weaker now. We're gonna take a short right here. I'm in short near the VWAP area. Makes sense too, because I mean the ES is up quite a lot. I mean, I guess it's only up $19 now, but we've been on a tear for days. So it makes sense that, you know, we would get some sell off here. TTM 1 minute going red. Do we have room down to 75? That's what I was predicting earlier. but we bounced several times here in these zones. And then you gotta keep the bulls interested, you know? Yeah, it's looking like it. Back above VWAP. Moving averages are diverged on the downside, though. You see 5200 is diverging away from it. It's been unable to get this crossover pretty much all day. Well, at least since I've been trading today. And it's just really struggled to get that crossover move right there. Interestingly enough, though, every time we go to test a VWAP, we find support. Then we get this major dump in contracts each time. So every time we hit 83, we get a big dump in contracts. So I'm going to cut this. Hopefully it lets me out sooner rather than later. I forgot that this was an issue. So that ended up taking an additional $100 in losses because it wouldn't let me out. But I think we're going to bounce here. So I'm going to join the bid. If I can get in, and we'll just buy market. Alright, got filled at 79.50. I'm gonna look to get out at 82.50 because I know that it rejects pretty much every time at 83. And there is the 200 moving average there, which it might reject off of, but I'm going to secure these profits here, if it'll let me out, that is. So currently the X is at 225. I already hit market out, but you know. All right, I made 225 back on that after losing 262 on the previous one. Possible crossover the 1226 again, running into resistance off the 200 moving average. And so I don't want to take a trade there because of that. ABCD pattern here. A, B, C, D. Nine is currently below 12. There's a little bit of a pop up there. I'm trying to get an entry off of 80.5 might make sense if we can drop down that low. So if we reject the 200, that is. It doesn't look like we're going to, but we could get a little pullback. I think I'm one tick too low, I think. I think I'll bump it up to 81. Alright. Into 81. Looking to get out of 82.50. So 9 is above the 12. And that zoom is like a little bit insane. 9 is above the 12 right there. it's very rangy on the day. Kind of feels like it was like buy low, sell high. Like it's like the strat today. A slight pullback now to about 80.5. So this is actually where our original entry intention was when we bumped it up to 81, because it was not moving. Should be a volume spike at 8:30. Will it dump on us or will it rip up? We're very close to 5200 cross. We're rejected all day, but we do have 912 here and 1226 as well. We're also approaching cyan on the TTM. The 3-minute side of things is telling a different story. The 3-minute side looks like we're gonna fall down, while the 1 minute looks like we're gonna go up. So we may go up in the short term and likely fall in the longer term. I'm just gonna put this at a single tick, mainly because of this here on TTM3. Five minutes also cooling off some. It's kind of flat, very sideways day with a lot of these like big drops, choppy to say the least. I'll cut it right there. All right, we're up 300 on the day. The last few trades haven't worked out, so so we basically took an L and then a win and then another L. I may look at going short. I'm gonna put a short here at 80. I think it's too much for the enter. We're in at 79.25. I think I had an opportunity to get in at like 79.50, but you know, you don't always get to choose the entry exactly, especially if you hit the market or the bid or whatever. You don't get to choose it all. Pretty much just need to get it where it's at. So I'm just looking for a move down to 78.50, which is not even where VWAP is on the 5-minute side. 3-minute side is kind of pushing down on the TTM, which is one of the reasons why I took this trade. Had a lot to do with the TTM3. Now we're getting kind of conflicting signals. TTM5 has a cyan, but it's on almost no momentum, and so it's not very trustworthy unless it has this kind of movement right here. And even then, you can see that the chart still had downward pressure, and eventually, you know, just didn't go anywhere. So very, very sideways day. Pretty crazy, actually, just how sideways it is. Weird day. Well, I think we'll wait for the 8:30 volume to step in. Pulling down to 79, 78, 75 area. So the new cost of the ES contracts is $558. So that means we paid $117.18 in fees here. Minus our $412.50. It puts us up $295.32 on the day. So they're taking an additional dollar and some change because the old one was $436. But now each contract costs $1.22 more than it used to. Marcus is very sideways. Kind of just waiting for that 830 volume push. See what happens in like 45 seconds. Right now, I'm not going to take any move. You got the 5200 beginning to diverge right here and here. You can see it's starting to fill like a little bit more of a gap. The 35 works its way below 50, which, you know, also puts us in short momentum. Basically, every single moving average is putting us in downward momentum. With the one exception that we're above the VWAP and we've been holding this all day. But the TTM on the 1 doesn't look great. The TTM on the 3 looks like it's moving downward. And the TTM on the 5 is kind of stagnant. So here we're at 830. I think we're going to drop. Total volume, current bar, last bar, market volume. I wonder if this thing can do, yeah, there's the drop. That's what I was talking about. Let's see if this Bulls Bears here can do average volume. Volume average. It should be showing. Total volume, current bar, last bar, pre-market volume. Oh, it's there. It's just, it doesn't. Pulling all the way back down to 75. This is what I was saying. I thought that there would be a drop at 830. There it is. I think we have larger drops inbound now. Take a look at the 5-minute side. 5-minute just starting to go red on the TTM. I think we have movement available down to 67. Put a short order in at 76. I think it might be a little high. Maybe not though. All right, we're in short at 76. I'm actually looking for a movement all the way in at 74. So looking for 8 ticks to the downside. We got the 5-minute TCM putting in a red candle. And moving averages are poised in the downward direction on the 5-minute side. 3-minute, been putting in these TCM threes for a while, these red ones. So right now it's support off the 200 moving average on the 3-minute side. We're approaching a 5200 cross towards the downside on the 3-minute chart. We're in short off 76, and I think we have potential down to like 68, maybe 70. With the market movement being as slow as it is, though, really makes this process kind of just very slow and very boring. I moved my order up just because this is like so slow. Like, I feel like it's like a doji or something like that. Like every single candle, practically. Like there's movement and there's range, but it's like it's so slow. Just the movement back and forth of each of these, and it's not filling my order either. It's pretty frustrating. I'm just gonna put it at a single tick now. It gets frustrating when it doesn't fill your orders, man. Like you're just like sitting on it. You know, you're like, that could be a profitable trade if you just levy out. All right, so we got out of that. We're at 450 on the day in the sim. I think I'm probably gonna call it there. We took both the failures in the Apex account. We did pretty okay in the sim. Made 450. So for irritating, yeah, I totally know what you mean. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down there. It's just market's kind of sideways and boring. So I don't see a point in really like trying to trade it when it's the sideways. So we're up 450 gross in the sim. We failed both our evaluations. But we'll be back here to do some more. So yeah, much love and appreciation, y'all. Join up in our Discord community and come talk about the market, talk about entrepreneurship, philosophy, a bunch of other type of stuff. By the way, guys, if you are looking to become an entrepreneur or develop a business online or something like that, this is one of the places to be. I have a lot of experience there. You guys can ask me anything. Just make sure that you ask it in the group. Don't don't private message me. Um, like unless it's about a personal situation and not a business related question. Don't PM me. Just put it in the group, because if it's a business related type thing, i.e. like how can I do better on risk management, or how can I start a YouTube channel or anything like that, or how can I build an e-commerce business or something, like whatever that case is, um speak it openly in the group, because other people can get value out of that. Um, if it's like a personal situation, with like, hey, my relative is sick or something like that, then yeah, that's fine to DM me for something like that. But for anything that is business or entrepreneurship or philosophy related, just hit, put it in the main group. So, all right, y'all. Much love and appreciation, and we'll see you guys back here tomorrow for Friday. And tomorrow's the last day of the month as well. So, all right, guys, much love and appreciation, and we'll see you tomorrow, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Market time. Peace out, y'all.